Witam serdecznie na kanale. Ja jestem Marakis, a to jest 49. odcinek z gry Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Rockonig. Zapraszam do oglądania. W chwili obecnej znajdujemy się w Ironfast Keep i mamy w tym miejscu dwa questy do ogarnięcia, tak więc zabieramy się za pierwszego.
If it's not very difficult, I'll try to repair anything you've got. Why, that's Haldabeer's blade. It's famous, from the Fey Wars. My old master always said he'd fix it right again. Might have, if he'd lived. Now it just hangs on the wall, taunting me, reminding me of all I'm not. Not by an ordinary smith, true, but there's one living who can. Only he'd rather eat nettles and stare at the sky than raise hammer to anvil. You can find the hermit smith yourself, up in the Minotaur Heights. Only, I warn you, he won't speak to anyone. Really? You have? Don't think you could talk him into mending that blade on the wall, do you? If he would mend that blade, I'd be delirious. Were he to stay here and finish my training, but I don't dare to dream so much at once.
Elegancko. Aktywujemy questa i pędzimy w drogę.
We see few enough strangers in
Wychodzimy na zewnątrz. Odpalamy mapę i tepamy się w to miejsce. No i teraz kulturalnie w dalszą podróż pędzimy z buta. No i proszę bardzo, dotarliśmy do Kowala, tak więc pogadamy z nim teraz.
No lessons, no precious pearls of wisdom. I've left that all behind. You have my thanks. Now go. Oh, what for? Can't imagine what old Braskin can't handle on his own. Of course it is. But you mean, then old Braskin's in Ashara, is he? The sword is untouched, and that green apprentice, untrained? Damn it all! I swore I'd never... But the blade and the apprentice and the blade! It won't do. I must go. Bring me a compound known as Master's Tallow from Hervar's doorsill, and the sword is yours. I'll be at Ironfast waiting.
Elegancko, elegancko wracamy teraz do twierdzy. Standardowo ładujemy się do środka i lecimy do kuźni.
dust.
There you are. You have the Master's Tallow? Then let's begin. Lords of Iron and Fire, it's good to be back at the forge. Brace yourselves now.
We're fighters here, not toy soldiers.
Shield sister.
Behold, Haldabeer's blade, strong and whole. As you made this possible, I insist that you take it. A hero deserves a hero's sword. Now, if you're done gawking, I have a clumsy oaf of an apprentice to train.
We're fighters here, not toy soldiers.
Elegancko i questa mamy zakończonego. Pięknie. Tak więc lecimy teraz do tablicy ogłoszeniowej i zgarniamy ostatni kontrakt. Pogadamy teraz z koleżanką.
Me, I'm rarely outside. Always things to be done about the keep.
Oh, you want that contract, do you? Now you guard these ghastly things closely. Mind you, they're not suited for combat. They're for surgery and unnaturally sharp. So long.
I lecimy do Adessy. Pięknie.
Sworn to war?
Elegancko odpalmy mapę. Nie możemy nigdzie się tepnąć, tak więc lecimy z buta. Nie ma innego wyjścia. Zagęszczamy ruchy i pędzimy. Przy okazji będziemy zgarniać fanty, na które natkniemy się po drodze. O, proszę bardzo, tutaj jeszcze coś leży. Również to podniesiemy. Cudownie. O, ten koleżka coś wyżygał. Zgarniamy fanty. Lecimy dalej. Proszę bardzo, przy okazji trafiliśmy na Lord Stone'a.
That day, the carver woke to find his touch run dry, the wellspring of his power dead as dust at the source. He heard then the first whisper, the first mention. Mortals.
Elegancko. Lecimy w dalszą drogę. O, kolejne pająki. No i dobrze jest. Zgarniamy fanciochy. Opominęliśmy jeszcze jeden magazynek, tak więc jego również sobie opróżnimy. No i lecimy dalej. Elegancko, kobolciaki wykoszone. Pasuje. I proszę bardzo, mamy jeszcze kuferek. Pięknie. Fanty zgarnięte. Lecimy dalej. Proszę bardzo, jeszcze jeden Lordstone.
Rattlesnake was a vain and ugly creature. He crawled in dark places and avoided the other desert animals. He was lonely but refused to act like it. One day, while sitting under a rock and wishing to be happy, he saw a desert runner sprinting past. "Wait," it called to the bird. "I have a favor to ask of you."
Elegancko, elegancko, pędzimy dalej. Cudownie. Gałgany wykoszone. Tutaj jest magazynek. Pytanie... O! W tym miejscu elegancko. Fanty zgarnięte. Lecimy dalej. Ładnie, mamy wiochę, tak więc aktywujemy sobie punkt szybkiej podróży. No przyda się, na pewno się przyda. I naginamy dalej w kierunku elegancko. Zgarniamy fanty. I lecimy dalej. Ewidentnie zbliżamy się do Adessy. Jakby nie patrzeć, piękne mury przed nami. Ładujemy się do środka.
Hold right there, newcomer. I welcome you to Odessa, but before you enter, I must catalogue your visit. Please answer the questions as truthfully as possible. It's imperative that our tallies be accurate. Now, what brings you to Odessa? Yes, well, at least you look more put together than some of the people that came here before you. Poor sods. With any luck, your errands go without incident. Now, where have you come to Odessa from? From Morris Hughes? You mean to say you've come from Alistar? Yes, I see it now. They were wrong about your nose, but you match the description of the one I was to look out for. We can dispense with the remainder of my questions. You are free to enter Odessa. Sandstone Villa will serve as your lodgings. Temporarily. This is rare, newcomer. Very rare. If I can speak frankly, I'm not sure this is the blessing you take it to be. True, you have been saved from the squalid lodgings of the Hospitalis quarters. But Sandstone Villa is reserved for, well, it is not my place to speak of it. This key will provide you with access to the villa. You would do well to be very aware of your surroundings, stranger. Now, good day. Yes, go on.
Elegancko, ledwo dostaliśmy się do Adessy i już wyrwaliśmy nową chatę. Pięknie. Aczkolwiek zwiedzać będziemy ją później. Na razie lecimy oddać pakunek.
Yes? Speak to Eric Porth. What?
I nie tu. Schodzimy na dół i... Tak, lecimy do tych wielkich drzwi. Ładujemy się do środka. Koleżanko, możesz? Dziękuję.
Well, look at you. I've waited so long for these. There are some things you simply cannot do with ordinary blades. Beautiful, exquisite things. Very well.
Elegancko, questa mamy zakończonego.
You wish to speak?
No i to pasuje. Tak więc wychodzimy na zewnątrz.
What?
I zgarniamy najbliższego questa, który znajduje się w tym miejscu. Pięknie.
Well, look at you. Don't seem to be quite as busy as the other Alfar working the scaffolding. You might be perfect. Listen, stranger, would you like to earn a bit of coin? No sweat off your brow, promise. I don't know all the details about it. I assist many scholars with their works here. I know that Scar Narin was involved in linguistics. It's safe to say the experiment will likely be some verbal study. Scar Narin has quarters in the Basilica Nostra. Speak with her and she'll get you started. You need to speak with Scar Narin in the Basilica Nostra. She'll tell you what to do.
Elegancko, elegancko.
What?
No i lecimy dalej. Tym razem odbijamy na prawo. Ładujemy się na piętro.
Good tidings.
Well, when I sent O'Dern to recruit subjects, I didn't think I'd find one quite as tall as yourself. But he has done well. In fact, I'd say you make the perfect test case for my newest work. In so many words, yes, I'm developing a potion vital for future diplomacy. One that will let the user understand foreign tongues. But it requires calibration. Currently, the potion grants universal understanding, but it will not properly permit speech. I will administer a new formula. The spells in my lab shall localize the effects, so I can ask a few questions of you in various tongues. Yes. Now, I will just administer the potion and we can begin. Yes? If you can understand what I am saying, please tell me my name. Very good. Very good indeed. I'm going to try a different language now. See if you can understand it. Tell me, where can I find the Court of Summer? This is rather remarkable progress. We've covered much more ground than my other subjects. Now, I am not quite as versed in the language of the Jotun as I really need to be for this, but I'll attempt to ask my final question anyways. There is an army of Fae named the Tuatha. Tell me, where are they from? Well done! That was more successful than I'd ever hoped. The potion should begin wearing off completely by this point. I want to go record this data. I'm happy for your assistance. Here, take these potions for your trouble, and thanks again. Yes?
Elegancko i w ten oto sposób wykosiliśmy kolejnego questa. Pięknie.
Salutations.
Teraz nie pozostaje nam już nic innego jak wyjść na zewnątrz.
Yes?
I tepniemy się do wiochy, którą mijaliśmy. No i pięknie, jesteśmy na miejscu i w pierwszej kolejności zabieramy się za tą klatkę.
Good day. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good story, lend me your ear. I won't disappoint. I'll try to keep it short, even though I've got all the time in the world for embellishment. What did I do? Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Darkvari, a crime and upper-tier in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Odessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm no thug. I am guilty of but one crime only. Stealing a girl's heart. Her name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me? I knew I liked you, from the moment I laid eyes on you through these enormous iron bars. Getting the key won't be easy. Bjorn, the head of their mercenaries, carries it on his person. I wouldn't want to be the one who has to rifle through his pockets. Bjorn's men are ridiculously loyal. Try to catch him alone, out of the friendly eye. If you don't, our little agreement will end up rather short-lived.
Elegancko lecimy zorganizować klucz, który zapewne będzie u jakiegoś strażnika. No dokładnie. Dobra kolego, dawaj klucz, dawaj klucz.
What is it? I don't like folks standing around in the center of town. It looks suspicious. You like the what? Hold on a moment. Repeat what you just said so I can laugh appropriately. You'd like the cage key. Oh, that is truly humorous. You think so too, eh? The mayor had me do that, to set an example and keep the families in line. Steg's a good kid. A foolhardy romantic, but good. Listen, if you can get him out of here without being seen, I'll turn my back and pretend this conversation never happened. You got me?
Elegancko, elegancko. Jest klucz. Wracamy do klatki.
Well done. Now, you've done me this one favor. Let's finish what we've started. Before I can leave this cursed desert, I need several things. First, I need to fetch the item that will finance our new life in Odessa, our nest egg. It is an heirloom that has been in the Darkvari family for generations. Then I need you to find Hrindi and bring her to me at our old meeting place in Snaketail Canyon. Please, you must do this for me. For us. Thank you.
Elegancko, elegancko, tak więc pędzimy ogarnąć kolejne zadanie. Ewidentnie musimy lecieć tędy. I zapewne to jest dobra trasa. Lecimy. I proszę bardzo, mamy troszeczkę przeciwników. Ogarnięci. Nic nie wyżygali, ale za to tutaj jest kuperek. Fanty zgarnięte. O, ten koleżka coś wyżygał, pasuje. Trochę waluty. Ładujemy się do kopalni. W bajorze mamy rzecz do podniesienia. Zgarniamy. Lecimy dalej. Elegancko. Kolejny kuferek. Fanty zgarnięte, pięknie. No i ewidentnie nic więcej w tym miejscu nie mamy. Lecimy dalej. No dobra, w pierwszej kolejności sprawdzimy ten korytarz. Mamy kolejny kuferek. Odrobinę szczurów. I w oddali widać kolejny kuferek. Pięknie. To by było na tyle. Wracamy się na główną trasę. Rozejrzyjmy się po okolicy. Jak na razie nic ciekawego nie ma w tym miejscu, no może oprócz tego kuferka. Pędzimy dalej. Ładujemy się do góry. No i jest nasz cel. Pięknie. Lecimy dalej.
Hello. You don't know me, but I've been following you. My name's Hrindy. That parchment you carry, it belongs to me, as Steg always meant it to be a wedding gift. Now, if you please, hand it over. Perhaps I did, but he won't be able to care for me. He can hardly care for himself. Look how easily he was captured. Oh, but perhaps you're right. He doesn't deserve this, not from me. There are few gentle souls left in Apatir. I'd hate to kill the last. I'll face the world alone then.
Elegancko. I pędzimy do gałgana, który czeka gdzieś tam. Zapewne trzeba będzie zejść na dół, ale nie tędy. Lecimy na okrętkę. No i proszę bardzo, mamy zejście. Pasuje. Szybki kill i pędzimy dalej.
You haven't laid eyes on Hrindy, have you? She is bright, graceful, like an oasis on a summer's day. I was sure she would be here. She said the stars themselves wouldn't wait as long as she would. What do you mean she's gone? Was her fear too great? Did she choose to stay behind? I had a feeling this would happen. In the end, I couldn't make her happy. So, she's really gone. I understand. For a short time, I had the sun all to myself. And now, I must let it shine for all the world. Such warmth is meant to be shared. Please, keep the parchment. It is a map drafted by my grandfather. It reveals the locations of all Darkvari hordes in Apatir. It's the best I can give you.
Elegancko, elegancko zakończyliśmy kolejnego questa, pięknie. Teraz ogarniemy sobie kuferek. No i oczywiście zakończymy nasz dzisiejszy odcinek. Moi drodzy, wielkie dzięki za to, że dotrwaliście do końca. Wielkie dzięki za to, że gramy tutaj wspólnie razem. Mam nadzieję, że seria Wam się podoba. Tymczasem trzymajcie się cieplutko i do usłyszenia w kolejnym odcinku. Cześć!